Alright, Shalom Akim. Like it's a Kahalal. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutation to the Akim around the world that pushes truth to the four corners of the earth.
The USA is in the midst of an ongoing opioid epidemic.
I just pausing it so you have time to read it now before it disappears because it moves kind of fast.
In response to the opioid epidemic, U.S. states have taken action against Purdue Pharma, a drug manufacturer owned by the Sackler family. Now, even the company itself admits that those affected should get help as soon as possible.
Now, where is this opioid they're talking about? Right, it say opioid. It say opioid are substances that act on opioids are substances that act on opioid receptors to produce morphine-like effects, right? Medically, they are primarily used for pain relief, including anesthesia, right? So like to numb pain.
While Purdue Pharma is prepared to defend itself vigorously in the opioid litigation, the company has made clear that it sees little good coming from years of wasteful litigation and appeals. The people and communities affected by the opioid crisis need help now.
Now, it's certainly commendable to focus on helping victims rather than simply avoiding blame. But some new emails that have just been released show the Sackler family and Purdue Pharmaceuticals in a rather negative light. Richard Sackler, then the president, oversaw the creation of some public health advocacy groups. It's implied that the American Pain Society and the now defunct American Pain Foundation operated almost as front groups. Then President Richard Sackler explained his motives.
Our goal is to bind these organizations more closely to us than heretofore, but also to align them with our expanded mission and to see that the fate of our products are inextricably bound up with the trajectory of the pain movement.
Now, these organizations worked to convince the U.S. public that pain-related issues were not being properly addressed. However, that's not all the emails have shown. Dr. Kathleen Foley, a neurologist who is also a paid speaker for Purdue Pharma, urged Richard Sackler to expand and to collaborate with other drug companies who stood to make a profit from an expansion of pain awareness.
Alright, and true, that's the reason why Esau does even create these drugs in the first place. It's not to help anybody. Now you go see it has situations where they might give you things like antibiotics to try to fix some problem you have. You understand? It has small cases where some of these things actually work. But for the ones that actually does help to fix the problem in some way, it does have so much side effects that it has caused negative effects on the rest of your body. You understand? So it's not to say like it does actually just do a good. I don't know if any of the brothers ever saw this documentary, but I watched a documentary once on the whole scheme of how it actually does work. It's called The Food and Pharmaceutical Company Have a License to Kill. And it shows how the food industry does create foods to actually make you sick. And after they do that, the pharmaceutical company now, because after the foods that you're eating constantly damaging your body to an extent where, you know, it can't be able to deal with and process things for itself, or it breaking down, then the pharmaceutical company will come now and they would offer you drugs to make you think that it will help your problem. But really and truly, it is just put you in a state of dependency where you will have to keep depending on these drugs just to live. And really and truly, that system that Esau creates to have people suffering just so that they could get paid off of it. You understand? They put you in a state of They put you in a serious state of, like, you know, a state of hardship, or a state of unhealthiness, and then they'll make you pay for those drugs just to keep you alive. Really and truly, that is why these medications and things that Esau has been giving you, these tablets, they're not good. Right? Originally, Lord actually gave the herbs from the earth to actually heal. Because I tell people, when you take prescription medication doesn't fix your problem, and in most cases even cause more problems. Whereas when you take herbs is actually heal your body. Most people don't like herbs. Why? Because one, it doesn't taste good, and two, it doesn't work as quick as prescription medication. Because the prescription that they given to you, one of the first things that it do is take away your side effects. So people, and that is one thing people love. People love that whatever side effect that they have, it will go instantly. Whereas with herbs is actually heal your body, and a healing process does take time. So whereas with medication will take a couple hours, herbs might take days or even weeks to actually get rid of the symptoms. Because it's not just taking away symptoms, it's actually fixing the problem. Right? You say, the Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, right, in the Apocrypha, it's 38 verse 4. It said the Lord had created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. You understand? Because that is the medicine that the Lord actually gave us, that he created for us. And it have nothing that Esau could create. No matter how much of the scientists sit down in a lab and run tests, it have nothing that they could create that'll ever be able to overpower the medicine that the Lord gave us from the ground. You understand? But the videos like this, they show you how wicked Esau is. Or like the documentary I just explained, and say if brothers want to go and look it up and watch it. The drug and pharmaceutical company have a license to kill. These are the kind of system that Esau has put in place just to cause people to suffer so they could get paid off of it. And this is one of the reasons why this devil had to go down.
Thinking of an alternative strategy of bringing together all the members of the pharmaceutical industry who have analgesic drugs out there and try to come together as a sort of cohesive voice, recognizing that your particular drug has been recently identified in the newspapers as a drug issue.
Now, the pain awareness campaign may have resulted in giving some people a temporary buzz, but the pain felt by U.S. society in the aftermath of the resulting opioid epidemic is far greater.
This is something that's going on with prescription medication for years. You see people taking different medication, just try to sweep it under the rug. We have a lot of people that has actually died from the side effects of these medications. And it's not to say that Esau don't have the knowledge and resources to use herbs, you know. They just don't want you to get better. They want to keep you in a state where you'll be sick and just pay to stay alive. Just like AIDS. That is something that was orchestrated by them. And it's not to say that they don't have means or the resources to cure it, but curing it is not good business. Whereas they could just make tablets to kind of suppress the symptoms and make you take those tablets for the rest of your life and pay good money for it. That is how this devil does work. Anyway, with that, shalom.